Alright, so I installed a cruise control on my 91 LTD Crown Vic with a 351. This place is pretty good, cruise control store. This is the kit I got. So they gave me some instructions. And using the wiring manual, I was able to cut out quite a bit of their harness to keep it looking tidy. So I mounted the cruise control box here on the left fender next to my street fire ignition. Should keep it dry enough. I know this isn't a weatherproof fuse holder, but it's garage kept, and I tried not to drive it in the rain. I got the cable running behind the booster down below. This bracket was already there, so I mounted it there. I used a little chain. So, sort of looks factory. I think it looks nice. Had some simple wiring instructions. So I guess for this vehicle I didn't need the tack, so that just went to ground. There was a black wire that went to ground out here. This dark green and white wire from the transmission actually comes up from that connector there through this harness, and I tapped into it right here, and then it actually goes down to this connector and then back into the car. So anyway, that was convenient. There was a the brown wire. I tapped into the same ignition source, or hot and run, for the same wire going to the ignition module. And then so there was 4 wires that had to go inside the car, and it was real pain working under the dash. But let's see if I can even get it on the picture for you. So there's the brake switch up in there, 2 green wires. You can see where I spliced in the purple and the red. The red goes to the switch, and the purple goes back out to the module. So I don't know whether, then they go to 2 different wires. So I don't know whether it's like some kind of loop. Obviously it's a shut off for the system. That works well. And then I mounted the switch here, and this switch, the installation went well and it works, but this switch is garbage. You have to really squeeze, and I don't know if it's just cold or what, but I mean, I got this switch with the kit, but this is a $70 switch on its own. I mean, I'd be better off just leaving the cover off and pushing the buttons by hand. So I'm gonna call them and see if they have some solution for this. But that's garbage. It works, but it's not pleasant to use. You really got to push it. Not a quality part at that. But yeah, these instructions were nice. I didn't even read the instructions that came with the kit, so I just wired up. You had the dip switch settings. I'll show you where they're at. Dip switches were in this little cover here. They're down there. But yeah, aside from the switch panel inside, everything works real good. A lot easier than I thought it'd be. And it's all tidied up. They did give a lot of wiring. But yeah, I don't like a bunch of wiring laying around, so using the manual there. If you're doing any wiring, definitely get one of these. Very helpful. It's got all kinds of goodies in here. I definitely wouldn't use these things, especially in the engine compartment. I use the butt splices and heat shrink to connect everything. But yeah, I use cruise control all the time, and I've been a few long trips I haven't taken in this thing because it didn't have cruise control, and it works well. Very pleasant. See if I can get a better switch. Further details on the switch itself. So the box outside needed a run ignition source also, and so did the switch. And I tapped into another line I have underneath here, you know, hot with the key on, and then it gives instructions. The switch has a dimming feature, so it's got some backlights, and then so if you so to find that line, I use the wiring manual, and I found a harness for all the dimming of the lights in the dash back behind the fuse panel here, and tied into that. So the wiring manual helped out with that. And there's also a ground I had to do for the switch. Got a bunch of grounds up in there. It's a rat's nest under here for two of my radios, and then I have some extra gauges I made a connector for, so I don't have to keep a gauge pod in the car at all times. But that hasn't worked out too well. But yeah, cruise control and lots of info. And I bet if I called this number here, I'd get somebody competent to talk to. But I didn't need it. It all worked first go around. So there you go.